Hello, welcome to Demo Environment Overview video. Here I'm going to use Azure Data Studio. And I have two connections here. First one is Demo APS, which simulates my APS or PDW appliance. And I have connection to my Azure Synapse dedicated SQL pool, which is Synapse here. So I don't have any databases yet, and I'm going to create two demo databases in my APS appliance. So I open first AdventureWorks DW script available under extras folder in the GitHub repository. I connect to my demo APS appliance. Note that I'm connected to master database, and I run the command to create AdventureWorks DW database. Okay, now I have empty AdventureWorks DW database, and I need to populate the content. I need to create tables, I need to load data and create other objects. So if we scroll down the script and see what's going on here, we can find create table statements, which will create our tables. There are also commands to create external objects like create external file format, create external data source, create external tables. And finally, there are insert statements to populate data into user tables from external tables. There are also several create view and create procedure and create function statements. So first we need to make sure that we select AdventureWorks DW database for our current context. So I switch to AdventureWorks DW database and I simply execute the whole script. Okay, script execution is completed. No errors found. And now we can explore the content of this database. So let's check what schemas we have in this database. Okay, note we have, of course, DBO, and we have ASB schema, which stands for Azure Storage Blob. This schema was used to create external tables and load data into user tables. Let's check tables. See, we have dimension account, dimension currency, and other tables. There are also another dimension account and other tables. So first set of tables is in DBO schema, and the other set of tables are actually external tables used to populate data from Azure Blob Storage. So we can check a list of external tables only. Yeah, and we have this dimension account, etc., external tables. We can also check the content of the dimension account table, dbo.dim account. Yeah, we have some content here. And we can check also the content of some fact table. Here, I use select top 100 because the table is quite big. We don't want to retrieve all records. Again, we have something in this fact internal sales fact table. Good. Now let's create another sample database, which is Contoso Data Warehouse. To create Contoso DW database, I will use Contoso DW script, which is available under Extras folder in GitHub repository. So let's open it in Azure Data Studio. And here you can find a similar script structure as for AdventureWorks DW database. There are some statements to create external data source, external file formats, create external tables, etc. And finally, there are create table as select statements, or in other words, CTAS, which create actual user tables. So we use slightly different approach. Rather than creating tables first and then inserting data, we use CTAS create table as select to create tables and loading data at the same time using data from public containers in Azure Storage account. I have already created this Contoso DW database in my environment, so I skip this step and we can explore data in Contoso DW database. So I switch to my Explore APS script, switch context to Contoso DW database, and here we can explore data, for instance, in DBO DIM account table. Yes, we can see some data here, and another table, which is fact sales. Again, this is fact table, quite big, so I use select top 100. Same here, we have some data. So we have two sample databases, AdventureWorks DW and Contoso DW database. There are some objects, there are some data, and we will be using these two databases to migrate into Azure Synapse Analytics dedicated SQL pool. And this concludes my demo environment overview video. Hope you enjoyed and see you in the next video.